Hi Alex, so what's the nature of your job?
Well, the thing about me is I actually have 4 jobs. I have a day job. I work at Citibank as a marketing communications officer. I also work as a DJ at Mel 94.7 on weekends at Saturday and Sunday, so I'm a radio DJ. And then I also freelance as a community manager for a local digital agency where I manage Facebook pages for them, and I also host events sometimes.
With all those 4 jobs, what are the daily tasks and areas of responsibilities that you face?
Alright, I'll start with my day job, alright? My marketing communications job at Citibank. I'm relatively new, okay, I just joined them around 2 months ago, but I've been taking on a lot of responsibilities so far. If you work for the marketing communications department, you're in charge of basically branding of your company. So everything goes through you, from stuff on the website, to flyers, to banners, to everything that's put up, everything that has the brand on it basically goes through you because we're supposedly the brand experts. So the logo is important, how the layout looks like, so all those materials go through us. I also oversee the agencies that process our materials. That's from creating, of course, the poster, creative development. We also have the agencies that print them and also the agency that handles our Facebook page. So all that goes through me. As for my DJ job on the weekends, I have a weekend show. So I'm on about 4 to 3 hours every week. So we manage, of course, playing the music, managing the board, of course, everything that comes with a radio show. So we also have the logging of commercials, to having segments on the show, just making sure that we keep our audience entertained, and of course playing great music. And we also have, of course, meetings as a group. Of course, we have meetings, production meetings, and we talk about throwing events for our listeners, that sort of thing. My freelance job as a community manager, well, I basically manage pages, alright? So I'm a community manager, so I actually post for brands on a page. For instance, I don't know, a lot of brands are on Facebook, right? So there's food, there are malls, everyone's on Facebook. So community managers are basically in charge of content. So you have to make sure that you have content for your page that's interesting for the fans to look at. You also have to reply to questions and to inquiries and that sort of thing. So I do that on the side as well. As for hosting events, that happens every so often. And what I do is, of course, they give you the script, they give you the outline of the program. You have to basically sort of take it all in, review the script, and then once you get out there, you have to basically project and give your best and keep the audience entertained for as long as the event is running.
I'm pretty sure you encounter a lot of stress and problems along the way. Could you tell us more about that?
Oh yeah, stress is sort of like my middle name. With my job at Citibank, what happens is the outpour of emails. Sometimes emails come in one after the other, so it piles up. And you have to get to those because all of them are sort of important. Like all of these people need your reply, so that's stressful. Especially if you skip a day of work, like if you're on sick leave or if you're on vacation leave. Like one day I was absent at work, I got like 69 emails. It's that bad. And also when there's like, I don't know, simultaneous campaigns, I guess, like this one person wants you to do this other thing right away, like ASAP, and this other person wants you to do that. I think that just doesn't apply for my job now, but for all jobs in general. When campaigns happen simultaneously, when 2 or 3 or 5 people want things at the same time, and you're the one person that can do it, that gets stressful. For my radio job, what's stressful is when, I guess, we have technical difficulties, or what else? When we have difficult listeners, I guess. For my hosting job, last minute changes. And as for community management, replying to people on Facebook is not easy, trust me. When you're answering people and one person, just an outpour of comments, we have to get to all of them at the same time. Yeah, that's stressful as well.
Setting aside the stress, I'm sure you've encountered successes along the way. Could you share us some of your successes?
I live for success. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But
what an overachiever.
Success is important, right? I think in terms of my day job, when you have a successful campaign, when you see, I guess since I'm in marketing communications now, when you see your flyers or your banners successfully printed out and all over the place, I think it's a measure of success. You did well. That layout really shows the brand of your company, that sort of stuff. In terms of for radio, I think it's ratings really that are a measure of our success. If you see that little spike in ratings during your time slot, that means you're doing something right, that you're actually having people listen to you. Also, when it comes to advertising, companies pick out, of course, the shows that they want to put their commercials in. And if you see that your commercial log during your time slot is pretty full, that means people want to advertise on your show, which is great. And just basically people reassuringly tell you how good you are or how great your show is. I think that's important as well. For hosting events, when people want to recommend you or they want to get your number because they want you to host their event, I think that's a measure of success. That means you did really well. And in terms of community management, I think it's reaching KPIs. KPIs are like the numbers. They're always goals or targets to meet. So if you have an increase in fans or if you're able to get a good number of entries for a Facebook promo, that is a measure of success for me.
What skills and interests do you have that led you to choose this profession or job?
For marketing communications, I guess the reason is because I really like writing. Writing is something I really like doing, as well as reading. So marketing communications sort of makes sense, right? For my DJ work, I love music. I love talking a lot, which is why I think I'm perfect for the job. Same goes for hosting. I don't like calling it the gift of gab. I'm just generally madaldal. So I think that's one of the reasons why. As for community management, I like learning new things. And I think digital media, social media is something new and it's something that continues to change. It's innovative. So I think that's the reason why.
What do you like and dislike about your job or jobs?
Wow, okay. Let's start with the likes. Okay, I guess for my marketing communications job, I like the fact that it's training me to do a lot. This is a whole new field for me because before I joined marketing communications, I was basically a community manager or a social media specialist. So my specialty was basically just digital media or social media. Now with marketing, I'm able to embrace a lot of facets. I'm able to do, above the line campaigns and below the line campaigns at the same time. So I guess it's really good training for me. And it's a new playground, so there's a lot to learn. In terms of my radio job, what's not to like? You're paid to talk, you're paid to laugh. I laugh a lot on my show, and you're paid to listen to some great music or play great music, and of course to talk to people, to reach out to people. I've met a lot of people who are just listeners of mine who are now my friends, so that's pretty awesome. Hosting also allows you to meet a lot of people. And it's allowed me to conquer stage fright. Not that I had stage fright, but it's built a lot of confidence in me, and I'm now able to stand in front of a lot of people and not be shy about it. Community management job, of course, better communication skills, most definitely, and higher tolerance and patience for people.
What did you learn in college which has been useful to your current job?
Okay, so I went to UP Manila and I actually took Orcom as well, Organizational Communications. So it's a similar course to you guys, but I think we have different approaches, okay? The Orcom at UP Manila, I've heard, is more business comm versus, we don't have that much focus on media. So in terms of things that I've learned, I'd like to think that I took a lot from the theories that I learned in my classes at UP Manila. And I was able to apply them to, my day job mostly, corporate communications, public relations, advertising. We also had a class on digital media, which helped me a lot through the jobs that I've had. We also had a speech comm class. I'm sure you guys have that too.
Yes, we do.
Yes, where they basically have you talk, right, in front, create speeches, and talk in front of people, because you'll be doing a lot of that when you're working as well. Values, I guess, as I mentioned earlier, patience, a lot of patience.
If given the chance, would you like to change your job?
Well, the thing is, I have 4 jobs, right? So I'd like to think that I have the best of both worlds, where I am able to do a day job, which I am dedicated to, and of course my weekend job, which allows me to sort of let loose.
In 1 or 2 sentences, how will you summarize your current sense of accomplishment? Like, what are the factors that have led you to feel that way?
Wow, I'm only 25, guys. No, but really, I think sense of accomplishment comes in little things. It's, new experiences every day, learning new skills every day, learning from your mistakes, which is very, very important, and just loving what you do, I think, is important. And you sort of feel accomplished when you do that. You're not just dragging yourself to work every day. I think that's what's important.
Okay, so that's a wrap.
Oh my gosh. Retouch, please!
Thank you so much for indulging us with this interview. We hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you as well for thinking of talking to me.